Morning, ladies and gentlemen. The Hurricane Watchman is here with the tropical weather update. We got quite a bit that we need to talk about today regarding the new tropical storm 19P there in the South Indian Ocean there here emerging off of the coast of Australia. Deep convection beginning to develop right now. We're starting to see the models are now starting to show that we could be dealing with a much more stronger system, and that high pressure has developed well to the south of Australia, creating a very strong ridge of high pressure, preventing this from quickly moving, unfortunately causing the storm to beginning to stall and significantly slow down from what it was doing a little bit ago, allowing this to stall, and we do believe this could be a big flooding threat. So we could be dealing with a lot of heavy rain from this system. Could be very, very bad, much worse than even I was expecting. This could be a major flood event for northern Australia. So let's get right into it and look at what we got. Look at what we're dealing with today. So good news regarding Tropical Cyclone 18 is it is in fact moving away from Australia. Any indirect impacts, if any, are going to be those stronger currents. Those are the main impacts that we're going to be looking at with this specific storm. That's the satellite imagery. Get a good bit of rotation there. So certainly some big strong rip currents from this system there in Australia, on the west coast of Australia. 19P, Tropical Cyclone 19P again. This is our official forecast, which appears to not be working. As you can see, it has emerged off into the in the Gulf there. Very, very warm sea surface temperatures. So this system here is going to slowly but surely intensify. Some of them are showing it going way out here. It's going to take about 2.5 to 3 days till it makes landfall, being well over and off, being well into the waters there, taking a while to make landfall. But I want to take a look and see everything that we're looking at with this system, 19P. As you can see, there it is. Here it is, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So once we get into Sunday evening, early hours, Sunday afternoon, we could be seeing this storm make landfall there in Australia. Now, how far does it move? How far east does it go? It's going to all be things that we're going to watch out for. And the flooding threat is going to be a huge thing that we're closely going to be monitoring for northern Australia. That's why I want to go to Zoom here, see what the GFS is showing regarding the amount of rain with this system. So again, lots of heavy rain here. So we're going to continuously see lots of heavy rain, those rain bands moving into northern Australia. I didn't want to see specifically this. I wanted to take a look at this over here. I specifically wanted to take a look at how much rain we'll see over a 24-hour period, which would be in GFS. Forecast models, regions, Australia. And then we will take a look at expectation there. Move this into here. So it's really a majority of these smaller areas right here. Now, some of the models have been showing much less, but we do believe this is going to be a big flooding threat, a lot more than what they're showing with this system now. It shows it's going to be, there's 36 hours, 48 hours out. So it is going to be a slower moving system, and is going to drop a huge amount of rain. Back to the satellite imagery, I do want to pull up this here. So as you can see, we do have a well-developing tropical cyclone here in Australia. Lots of deep convection. That is a sign that this storm is beginning to not just organize, but starting to actually intensify, as it has reached 35 knots, about 40 miles an hour. And I am going to be talking about a little bit what the Australian weather agencies are saying about this system. There are already watches and warnings in effect for this northern coast for Australia, but we're seeing deep convection, which means rapid organization and a slow to moderate rate of intensification. We could even see rapid intensification over the next several days as the storm does begin to ramp up and start to significantly intensify. And we could see winds up to 80 miles an hour are possible with the storm at landfall. Storm surge is going to be a possibility. Strong winds, we're going to be dealing with storm surge 100% with lots of storm surge, heavy rain, and those very strong up to 80 mile an hour winds gusting over 90 to 95 miles an hour. So those are going to be some of the things that we're going to be monitoring when this storm does make landfall, how quickly it intensifies. But the biggest threat with any system, tropical wise, is going to be the flooding. Flooding of any tropical system is always the number one killer and threats with these systems. All of them, 100%. So the flooding is going to be the biggest issue with this as it slows down, it stalls, and there could be a whopping upwards of 1,300 millimeters of rain across this portion of Australia. Upwards of over 30 to 40 inches of rain is possible over portions of northern Australia in this region. So I'm able to kind of equate this to what it was like for Hurricane Harvey. Hurricane Harvey was a slow-moving system, and it brought a huge amount of rain, lots of flooding, especially in the eastern portions, east of the storm, where we had those rain bands pushing into the Galveston and the Houston area, where we consistently saw band after band after band of flooding. Training thunderstorm moving over to Houston, causing a lot of flooding. So we could see something similar to that in case of with this storm. So flooding will be the number one threat with this system. Alright, so with that, let's move on and look at some more forecasts. Was it this one? So that specifically, what we're looking at, what the heck, what's it, this update? 13. Okay, this is like really far behind. I don't know when this actually updates, but this is what the model was showing way back then. A little bit off because the storm has already moved over the course over the water. It's well over the water. If we take a look at where it's at, you can clearly see that the storm is definitely over the water. Definitely over the water. It's not going to be really over the water for so now that it is over the water, I do want to take a look and see what the weather center is saying about this storm, and sort of talk about and explain what we could be seeing with this system. So flooding, storm surge, and strong hurricane force winds. So a moderate chance of tropical cyclone strength Saturday, March 16th at 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So here's the forecast track map again. Make this a little bit bigger, easier for us to see. So again, no, I'm trying to do. So as you can see here with this system, that's where it is at 10 p.m. March 15th. It's going to move right in this general direction, turn around, and this is where we could see the tropical cyclone reach it tropical cyclone intensity, where we're already in the area of watches and warnings. So we do have a warning zone and a watch zone in these two areas where we are seeing those gale force winds. So the lighter shades are the gale force winds. The darker orange here is where we're going to be seeing those destructive winds, and possibly we could be even seeing very destructive winds with this system also. exact same thing. I don't understand the difference. Well, this is directly from the Australian government, Bureau of Meteorology. So currently, this is the current situation here at 1200 UTC. A tropical low centered within 15 nautical miles of latitude 13.5 south, longitude 100. The maximum winds were 40 knots, so actually 45 miles an hour, and the air pressure was at 993 millibars. So that is already lower from what we are seeing here at 35 knots at 997 millibars. Here it is. Here's the latest. And again, they are showing 65 knots here upon landfall. A relatively slow-moving system here. This is the 17th here. Here's the 18th right momentarily shortly after it makes landfall. You can just see how big the uncertainty is with this system. The model showing, it doesn't make landfall. Other models saying it's going to come almost all the way over here. And this is just kind of saying this is what the average is. That's what they think is going to happen with this system. And again, we could see those wind speeds reach 65 to 75 miles an hour, gusts to 80 knots, closing in over 90 miles per hour there at landfall. This I'm not too concerned about. It's so complicated. Oh, Lord. Again, that is the system that we are watching. These are the threats and the problems that we're going to be seeing with this system. Just based on the satellite imagery, once again, this is what we're looking at. We're seeing it organizing. We're seeing it develop. We're seeing lots of convection. And so the storm is strengthening. The storm is deepening. And this is a sign of a rapid organization. And those wind speeds are going to, as the wind speeds increase and the air pressure decreases in the storm is going to get stronger and more intense. And the warnings are only going to get more higher up on the scale. So this is what we're looking at with this system right here. Very well beginning to develop very nicely. Nice outflow right here. Outflow boundaries right here. As we begin to see that, that's going to allow the storm to breathe even better and intensify and organize even quicker. So this is a slower moving storm than we were expecting here at the Hurricane Watch Team. But based on what we are seeing, this is going to be certainly a very big issue for this storm, for this region of Australia. Again, up to over 1,000 millimeters of rain, 30 to 40, couple feet of rain. So anywhere from 12, 24, 36 inches of rain are possible. So some areas are showing up to 40 to 50. Some are showing up to 40 to 50 inches of rain. But right now, if you live in this area and you have the means to evacuate, the time to do that is starting to close in, as lots of heavy rain is already beginning to impact this portion of Australia. Curious about what the models are showing for, or what the radar is showing in this area. So I'm going to pull that up, if it would work. That indeed would be nice. And here's that system. And again, when it does make landfall here at 75 miles an hour, those winds gusting to 90 miles an hour. Doesn't appear very many. The closest radar site is this one. And who knows if it'll even work. So I have one more idea I have here. Go right on over here. And I can, why is my mouse being so glitchy? I'm gonna look at radar sites. I think there's a radar site. So it would be So again, you can in fact see there's already quite a bit of rain that we are seeing here, some rain bands here. There's roughly the center of circulation. You can actually see it rotating clockwise there. That does in fact show that we are dealing with that system intensifying. We are beginning to see that clockwise rotation. Going to speed up throughout the rest of the day, and we're going to see much more rain through this entire portion of Australia later today. Stay tuned with us as we will continue to update you on this system. Thank you all for watching. We'll continue to update you on this system. This is the Hurricane Watch Team, your source for cyclone information. As always, stay safe and peace out.